Hello and welcome to Unwind Sessions, where right after my shift I give the highlights of my workday and answer any questions that might have been asked at a previous session. My name is Juan. I am an English, Spanish, medical video remote consecutive interpreter with over 4 years of experience. Today is Wednesday, July 7, 2021, and today I took a total of 28 sessions. Like always, it was audio sessions and video sessions, and today went by rather quickly. It was much more video sessions than audio sessions, but for some reason, maybe I had a good night's sleep last night. I really did, or I don't know what happened, but it was a pretty smooth day. There are not that many highlights, just a couple of them, and today what I decided is that I'm actually go ahead and show you another example of note-taking and interpreting with longer segments this time, like I promised. So let's get to it. Now, for the first highlight, this was a diabetes session. It was not with a diabetes educator, it was more like with a PCP. And then the provider asked the lady, the patient, if she consumed or if she ate sugar, and the lady answered, "No, I don't." And by the way, she answered in English. She spoke English pretty well. I was only there as a backup. I only had to help a couple of times and with words whenever she got stuck. And she had her husband there as well, who spoke better English than she did. So I was there like just to make sure that everything was correct. And one thing that really caught my attention was this, that the provider went ahead and asked the lady if she ate sugar, and the lady said, "Oh no, I do not eat sugar, I eat saucy sugar." And then like I thought to myself, like, saucy sugar, what is that? And then the response from the doctor was, "Oh, okay, that's perfect." So I don't know what saucy sugar was. And I probably never will. Maybe she was trying to say sugar substitute or something. I don't know. Maybe she had like the little package there of substitute and she said, "Yeah, I use saucy sugar." Or maybe saucy sugar is a brand. I don't know. I tried looking up saucy sugar and just a lot of songs come out on Google. So I absolutely have no idea what saucy sugar is and why that's perfect and why it's better for sugar. But hey, that's what the lady said, right? And moving on, I have a new word, a new term for you guys today, and the term is Recto Seal. The Spanish translation for Recto Seal is exactly the same. Let me show you how to spell it because it's a weird one. So here it is, that's Recto Seal, and the Spanish word is just the same. So it's just the same. So English Recto Seal, Spanish Rectocele. And what is Recto Seal? Now the clevelandclinic.org definition says a recto seal is a bulge or herniation of the front wall of the rectum into the back of the vagina. Recto seal occurs as a result of thinning and weakening of the band of tissue that separates the vagina from the rectum. It causes symptoms such as difficult bowel movements or discomfort, and it needs to be repaired. And that's exactly what they told the lady that was there. And poor lady, she was having problems emptying her bowel, and hopefully she is going to get a surgery soon and she will be well. So yeah, those are my two highlights. So now we can go ahead and move on to the note taking. So then I'm going to be stopping this video right now, so that way I can go ahead and give you guys the example for the note-taking interpretation, and then I will come back to explain my notes. So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with Medical 13. I'm gonna post a link in the description. And I'm gonna start on second 48 because that's where the long segments start. I'm gonna try not to scratch out any of the notes That way you guys can see it and I can explain it to you better once I am actually done. And I'm just gonna fill out this whole LCD board and then I will stop interpreting. So let's get started.
I have been good too. So let's get started. I want to get a look at your blood sugar log. I can see that you did pretty well, except for these 2 times where your blood sugar was below 80. Did you experience any bad symptoms?
Yo también he estado bien. Comencemos con su bitácora de azúcar en la sangre. Ha estado bien a excepción de estas 2 veces que su azúcar en la sangre fue menor a 80. ¿Ha tenido malos síntomas?
Sí, me sentía mareado. Comencé a sudar y a temblar. Me revisé mi nivel de azúcar y estaba en 75. Eso me asustó, pero recordé que la doctora me explicó que si en algún momento pasara esto, debería tomar estas pastillas de glucosa.
Yes, I was dizzy and I was sweating, I was trembling. I checked my sugar level and it was 75. I was scared, but I remember that the doctor explained if my sugar level was ever that level, I had to take these glucose pills.
I'm glad you were able to think quickly.
Me da mucho gusto que pudo pensar rápidamente.
Ya después de haberme comido 3 pastillas de glucosa, esperé 15 minutos para revisar mi nivel de azúcar y este estaba en 82. Pero un poco antes de eso ya se habían mejorado los síntomas.
Después de eso, después de tomarme las 3 pastillas, esperé 15 minutos y luego revisé mi nivel de azúcar y este ya se encontraba en 82 y mis síntomas habían mejorado mucho antes de que revisara los niveles.
It was only 2 times. That is great. I'm sure you have it under control now, right?
Fue solamente 2 veces, eso es grandioso, estoy segura que ya lo tiene bajo control, ¿verdad?
Oh, sí. Inmediatamente le hablé a mi doctor después de las 2 veces y me dijo que ajustara mi dosis de insulina en la noche a 2 unidades menos. La segunda vez igual. Y ya no me ha vuelto a pasar.
Yes, I called the doctor after every one of those times, and the doctor told me that I should adjust my night insulin dose. I should reduce it 2 units, and the second time it was the same. It has not happened again.
I'm sure that you have been following your diet, right?
Estoy segura que ha estado siguiendo la dieta, ¿verdad?
Sí, aunque sí he caído en tentaciones 2 o 3 veces este mes, pero en cantidades moderadas. Y todo ha salido bien. No dejo que mi nivel de azúcar de la sangre llegue hasta 200.
Yes, but I've fallen into temptations 2 or 3 times this month, but moderately. It has been well. I do not allow my blood sugar to reach 200.
Wow, look at you. Such a pro at diabetes diet. You have to give me a high five. You did awesome.
Wow, véalo, usted es todo un profesional en cuanto a dieta de diabéticos. Deme esos 5, fue grandioso.
Gracias, pero ha sido un trabajo en equipo. En verdad que todo el personal médico me ha apoyado demasiado y no lo estaría logrando sin ustedes.
Thank you, but that was really teamwork. The medical staff has really been supporting me and I could have not done it without you.
You're so nice, but you have to give yourself credit because you had to do all the hard work. That is willpower at its finest.
Eso está bien, pero usted también merece el crédito porque usted hizo el trabajo duro. Esto muestra... God damn it, I got stuck on that one. Esto...
Sí, es cierto, me decidí y ya no me di otra opción. Me hice una promesa que no dejaría que mi azúcar llegara a estar menos de 80 o mayor de 180. Y lo estoy logrando gracias a la dieta que he estado siguiendo.
Yes, that's true, and I have decided that I am going to take care of myself. I will not allow my sugar to be below 80 or over 180, and I've been doing this with the diet that I've been following. Poder de decisión is willpower.
That's very nice. I knew you could do it. So, how has it been with your new diet? You have made some big changes.
Sabía que usted lo podía hacer. ¿Cómo ha estado su nueva dieta? Ha hecho grandes cambios.
Sí, creo que las bebidas azucaradas no las consideraba tan malas, pero parece ser que era una gran parte de mi consumo de carbohidratos. Al dejar de tomarlos me siento tranquilo porque sé que es por mi salud.
Yes, sugary drinks I did not consider so bad, but they were a big part of my carb intake. I stopped taking them and I feel calm because I know it's for my good health.
That's great! Have you tried out any new vegetables on the list?
Grandioso, ha probado con nuevos vegetales de la lista.
Claro que sí, es una lista muy extensa y encontré varios sitios en internet que contienen recetas para personas con diabetes. Eso facilitó un poco la experiencia, pero sí fue difícil.
Yeah, of course, that list is very extensive, and I found a website that has recipes for diabetes. I found it easy, but it was hard.
Your story just gets better and better. Any favorite vegetables that are a recent addition to your list?
Su historia mejora cada vez más. ¿Algún nuevo vegetal que sea una adición reciente a su lista?
Nunca había probado las berenjenas y me parecieron muy buenas, ¿eh? Las espinacas no me agradaron mucho, pero con champiñones y cebolla saben delicioso.
I've never tried eggplant before, but it was good. I never been much for spinach, but spinach with mushrooms and onions tastes delicious.
Is that a dish from the diet book?
Ese es un platillo
Sí, se
del
puede hacer con verdura
libro de la
cruda o
dieta.
cocida y se acompaña con un filete de pescado o una pechuga de pollo sazonado al gusto, procurando no salirse de la dieta.
Yes, you can have it raw or cooked. You can have it with a fish fillet or with chicken breast seasoned to taste. Of course, not falling outside of the diet.
That does sound delicious. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Now that you aren't drinking sugar in a cup, what are you drinking with meals?
Eso suena delicioso, me da hambre solo de pensarlo. Ahora que ya no está bebiendo azúcar en vaso, ¿qué bebe con sus comidas?
Estoy tomando té o café sin azúcar en el desayuno y en el almuerzo. En la cena bebo pura agua.
I am drinking tea or coffee without sugar for my breakfast and lunch. For dinner, just water.
Excellent! Would you say that that was the hardest to give up?
Excelente. ¿Usted diría que eso fue lo más difícil de dejar?
Desearía que fuera así, pero en realidad el pan, las tortillas, los postres, todo lo que sabe más rico puedo comer muy poco. Y en caso de los postres es menos aún.
I wish it were like that, but bread, tortillas, dessert, everything that has the best taste, I can only eat a little, and desserts, it's even less.
I know what you mean. So, what are you doing to calm down those cravings?
Sé a lo que significa. Entonces, ¿qué está haciendo para calmar los antojos? I think this is the last one, guys.
La fruta me ayuda demasiado, aunque es muy poca la cantidad que estoy comiendo, ya que no quiero que se me eleve el azúcar de nuevo.
Fruit is really helping a lot. Although I am eating very little, I don't want my blood sugar to go up again. So yeah, that is going to be the last one. I'm gonna stop this video so that I can explain it, so that I can explain my notes to you. Alright, so there are my notes. Hopefully you can see them pretty well. If not, I'm gonna be like picking up the LCD board so you guys can see it better. So let's get started. We are on medical 13, second 48, so you guys can follow along. And here we go. So the lady says, I have been good too, so let's get started. Good, G to mean good. I usually do a capital G. I don't know why it came out small this time, but a capital G means good. So I have been good too, so let's get started. I want to take a look at your blood sugar log. I can see that you did pretty well except for this 2 times where your blood sugar was below 80. Did you experience any bad symptoms? And then right here is yes. I felt dizzy. I started to sweat and tremble. I checked my sugar level and it was 75. I think I said below 75. That scared me. But I remember that the doctor explained that if at any time that happened, I should take these glucose pills. Now that's glucose pills, and I remember that means glucose pills. And the next thing is let's where oh man. Okay. I'm glad you were able to think quickly. So glad, think quickly. And then he says, yes, after eating 3 glucose pills, I waited, so 3 glucose pills, I waited 15 minutes to check my blood sugar level, and it was at 82. But before that, I was not having any symptoms. Okay, and can you guys see this one right here? Yeah. And then the doctor said it was only 2 times, but it's great. I'm sure you have it now under and now control and under to know that under control. Like I do that sometimes whenever something says under, I put like a little line on top of it to know that it's under. And then can you guys see that? Yeah. Oh yes, I immediately called my doctor after the 2 times, and he adjusted my insulin night dose to 2 units less. The second time it was the same, but it has not happened again. And then where is that? I am sure you've been following your diet, right? And then the next segment, it says, yes, although I've fallen into temptation 2 or 3 times this month, but in moderate amounts. Everything has been well. I don't allow my sugar level to reach 200. And then this one you're not able to see, so I'm going to move it right here. And then it says, wow, Look at you, such a pro at diabetes diet. You have to give me a high five. You did awesome. And then the next one, I think we can see everything now, right? Yeah, here it is. And it says, thanks, but it has been teamwork. And, oh, I lost my place. It says, thanks, but it's really been teamwork. And truthfully, all of the medical staff has supported me a lot, and I could have not done it without you. So supported a lot. And then the next thing is, you are so nice, but you have to give yourself credit because you have to do all the hard work. And I messed up on willpower, like I just froze on that one. And then the audio started, but willpower is fuerza de voluntad. And yeah, I would have probably looked that up in Lingui or something because I forgot how to say it. And of course I would have found it, right? And then the next part, yeah, right here. Yeah, that is true. I decided and I gave myself no other choice. I made myself a promise that I would not allow my sugar to be below 80 or over 180, and I've been doing this, and I've been doing this thanks to the diet that I've been following. And then right here says, that's very nice. I knew you could do it. So how has it been with your new diet? Any changes? And then, yes, I believe sugary drinks I did not consider so bad, but apparently they were a big part of my carbohydrate intake, and I have stopped taking them, and I feel calm because I know it's for my good health. And then right here, that's great. Have you tried any new vegetables on the list? So great, new vegetables. And then of course I have. It's an extensive list, and this one I had a little bit of trouble on, so I put www on. And I found internet sites that have recipes for people with diabetes, so that made the experience a little easier, but it was hard. I messed up on that one. I didn't say it correctly. And then right here, where is it? Oh, here. Your story just gets better and better. So better times 2, right? Better and better. And any new favorites that are a recent addition to your list? And then I'm pretty sure you guys can see all of that, right? And then here, what is it? And then I forgot how to say eggplant, but I recovered. I've never tasted eggplant, and I found them very good. And I've never been much for spinach, but with shrooms and onions, they feel better. Now here, I want to tell you what happened. Look, if you see, this is a C. Everything else is in English, but this is CH and Sev. This is champignon and cebolla. Now, my mind was busy trying to make sense of, like, to remember that berenjena in English is eggplant. So I was stuck here, and my mind automatically, like, I wasn't gonna, like, since the gentleman was speaking in Spanish, like, automatically, like, my brain just went to Spanish mode and put champiñones and cebolla and spinach. Like, that was just a split-second decision. I had no control over that whatsoever. It was just pure instinct. So sometimes that is going to happen, and as long as you make the interpretation, that's going to be okay. And yeah, is that a dish from the diet book? And then what does it say? Yes, you can make it with raw or cooked. You can make it raw or cooked, and you can have it with a fish fillet or chicken breast seasoned to taste, and just making sure you stay within your diet. And then right here it says, that does sound delicious. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Now that you aren't drinking sugar in a cup, so sugar in a cup, and that to say that it's a not drinking sugar in a cup, what are you drinking with meals, right? And then right here, I've been taking tea, coffee, sugar, striking it out to understand that no sugar, and with breakfast and lunch, and with dinner, just water. And here we go. And then excellent. What was the hardest to give up? And then and that was excellent. Would you say that was the hardest to give up? And then the gentleman says, I wish it were like that, but in reality, bread, tortillas, and dessert, everything that tastes the best, I can eat very little, and desserts, I can eat even less. And then right here, I know what you mean. Hold on. Oh, I know what you mean. So what are you doing to calm down those cravings? And then fruit helps a lot, but I've been eating little amounts since I don't want my blood sugar to get high again. So yeah, that is pretty much my note taking. I hope that this was better than the other example. I didn't like the other example because the segments were too little, so you didn't really get an opportunity to look at my note taking method, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video so you can see my. Alright guys, so that was my note-taking method. That is how I take notes. I hope that the notes were much clearer this time, and because of the longer segments you can see my note-taking style or method, and hopefully with the explanation you can make sense of all those scribbles, right? And I realized that as as I get more and more experience in interpreting, like I just make like scribbles. Sometimes I don't even write out the real word, and when I look at it I can tell what it is most of the time. Now there are some times that I just look up my notes and I will not know what they say, but that's fine, right? Because I don't need my notes for a later date. I only need my notes to work at that time. Once I go ahead and give my interpretation, I no longer need that segment of notes. So if I don't know what it says afterwards, it doesn't matter as long as I know what it says while I'm reading it to give my interpretation, right? So that is one thing that I have noticed, and like you can also see it from this video. So hopefully this will help you guys. And that was medical 13. So you can actually go ahead, I gave you some answers there, so you can actually go ahead and do that video and check up on the answers that I gave you to see how you fared, right? Maybe you can do a much better job than I did. Willpower, right? That was the only thing that I think I messed up on. I don't think I messed up on anything else. Probably a little 1-2 omissions, but other than that I think it was a pretty good job, and I hope that this gave you an idea of what my note-taking style is. Of course, everyone has their own style. What works for me might not work for you, and you just gotta do your best, and you just gotta practice and have an open mind and read everything you can, so that way you actually have a lot of resources to build up your own style, right? And yeah, well, that's gonna be pretty much it for me today. Remember that I'll be here every Monday through Friday after work, and I would like to remind you guys that we have a Patreon page where if you support us for as little as $1, you are going to get ad-free videos. For the medical videos, they're going to be ad-free, and you're going to get medical scripts and answer sheets, and then vocabulary lists and more exclusive content. So guys, don't let that pass. With the answer sheets, you can record yourself, and then you can look at the answer sheets to see how you did. And I don't think there's gonna be a better tool for that than what we have available. Hopefully in the future we can grade some scripts. We're working on that. We're trying to see and think how we're gonna be doing that. So hopefully we can do that in the future, but for the time being, this is like the best tool we have available, and we hope you take advantage of it, and we hope you take advantage of the price that we have right now, which is just $1. So guys, get on that, because it's not going to be that cheap forever. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the video and have not done so for more content. Remember that we have more unwind sessions just like this one. We have videos for beginner interpreters, and then we also have the medical interpretation practice and just general interpretation practice. So that's a lot of things that we have available for you guys. So that is it. Thank you very much again, and don't forget to share. Happy interpreting. Goodbye.